What's up, guys? It's your boy Dale Amor.
This is Ray Love.
And welcome back to Trends
Talk Today. On this episode of Trends Talk Today, we will be stating facts, giving out our opinions, and you will be starting the discussion. All right, let's get into our first topic. So, does Christmas make you happy? So recently there was an article that I read, and it shows that people who put up Christmas decorations earlier, like right now when Halloween just passed, makes them happier. How do you feel about that?
Wow.
If I'm going to give my opinion on how I actually feel about that, I would say that it is half and half kind of feeling. Yes, I do believe on some level that it does make people happier, but it's also super annoying because you're talking about Christmas right now when we haven't even had Thanksgiving. So with that being said, I can see it being a little rushed. I do know that people are in the holiday spirit in general, and also they want to have that as a reality.
Right.
Like, okay, Christmas is literally right around the corner.
Right.
But, you know, I do say respectively,
Respectively?
I do say respectively, we should give every holiday its own time.
I agree.
Let's not rush Christmas because once it gets here, then it's gone, right after that. So I do think that we should respect all of the holidays, and when it comes to putting things out for Christmas in particular, we should kind of pump our brakes a little bit more.
Yeah.
When I say we, I mean them.
So, you know, for me, I always said to myself when I see someone like decorating crazy right after Halloween, it's literally like the next day they just transformed their whole house into a Christmas story. And for me, I was split because I was annoyed because I'm like, it literally is not even in the same month yet. It's not even December at all. But then a part of me was like, you know what? If it makes you happy, it's not hurting anybody. Like, it's not hurting me in any way, like physically. It's not hurting me mentally or emotionally. It's literally them having a good time, getting in the holiday spirit, like you said. And you know what? Do it. Do what you gotta do to make you happy. Especially in today's climate where you don't have many things to be happy about. You should do it. You should just get that joy, be merry, have fun. That's my take on this. Tell us what you think.
So moving right along, Trump's request to stop counting votes. I needed to have a slight moment of silence for that because I feel as though that is the craziest thing that a person can say out of their mouth when it comes to everyone's rights to actually vote in general. And me being a brown person, me being a person of color, voting is something that's super important because people have fought. They have had a lot of different situations to where it didn't come automatically.
It is crazy, but I want to remind people that he was the same one that said keep counting the votes when he was winning.
Slightly.
And then when he started losing dramatically, whoa, let's stop the vote. I think that, you know, even Twitter, they flagged his comments many times because he kept saying there's illegal votes going on. If you're losing and the other person has more votes than you, just because people are voting for the other person doesn't mean that it's illegal. You're just losing. And you know, it's okay. You know, it's okay. Some people are sore losers. It's fine. It happens. You can't stop that. But I think for the votes, you know, regardless if you stop it or you don't stop it, the end result was going to be the same. You can say whatever you want, especially when you're in position of being second place and not in the White House anymore. You're gonna say anything, you know, you're a little hurt. So it's understandable. Also, we shouldn't expect anything more from this person because you know his track record. So I'm not gonna hold him to a higher moral standard. That's really it for me. The votes stopping or not, it doesn't really matter because it's nonsense. He's trying to stir up the pot and make the story not about the election, but more about him and shifting the Biden is gonna win to, oh, it's a faulty system.
Right, and I think it boils down to fairness. I don't particularly think that or feel as though he is a fair person because he's a sore winner and he's also a sore loser. And it's hard and sad to be able to utter those words about a person who pretty much runs your country and, you know, where you live. And it doesn't have to be your particular country. If you come here, this was supposed to be the land of the free.
Right.
So for there to be a blatant disregard to fairness, it's a sad day.
So moving right along to something a little bit more funny but also disturbing. So I'm gonna read you guys an article from what I read a week ago. So, guy boiling chickens in the springs. So Yellowstone National Park, a man was banned after the park rangers caught him boiling chickens in the hot springs. So that's basically the gist of the story. What are your first thoughts about this?
I just have to laugh. I just have to laugh because...
What are you doing, sir?
He's hungry.
I mean, first and foremost, after reading the article, there were clear indicators that this is a restricted area.
Yep.
And in spite of all of the restrictions that were put forth in order for him to understand, like, this is not the place for you to do this. So there's no real misunderstandings here as to if you should be here or not.
Right.
After all of that stuff was disregarded, I feel like at that point, there's a level of insanity that comes with this. First of all, just in my opinion, I'm just like, okay,
where's the seasoning?
Did we add salt and pepper? I think we needed salt and pepper.
No, there's no salt and pepper in it.
you know, like, where's the actual because, you know, I'm thinking that this person is not, that's why I said that the insanity is there, because it's like there's no seasoning, there's no sides to this chicken. You're obviously there to cook the chicken, but it's like, are you planning on eating it? Are the chickens alive while you're doing this? Like, what is because I didn't read anything about like the actual state of the chickens. I didn't know, it wasn't very clear about if the chickens were actually alive, if the chicken was plucked already. They didn't mention anything about any sides. I just had to, you know, think like, wow, you know, there's something fairly wrong in the situation here. And you're not only doing something that's just unheard of, you're putting yourself in danger to do so. Yeah, that's just like my opinion on it. I just feel like, you know, if you're gonna do something like that, at least bring the rest of the... at least bring everything else that comes with it. I mean, you know, just saying.
I don't understand why people just want to do things. You know, I think when something is off limits, they just want to defy the system for whatever reason. It's like when you're a kid or when, you know, a baby or a toddler, when you tell them not to touch the stove, they don't know what's wrong with the stove. But when the stove is hot, you know it's hot, don't touch it, you're gonna get burned. But when a baby does it, they gotta learn first. You know, you tell them a million times,
right?
Then they actually gotta touch it to know, okay, now I see why.
Right, they're like, well, we have to experience
exactly.
this.
He's banned from the park, thank goodness. You know, we really gotta check on his mental health because we don't know if he has issue. Also, there's other people that also go in the park, restricted areas for whatever reason. Like I said, people just want to do things because it's off limits. I don't know why. I don't know what's the appeal. I guess they just feel like a rebel of some sort. I don't get it.
It's that little rush that people get when they know like there's potential danger, and it's kind of like,
but let's go in there to see just how dangerous it is.
But this is like danger. This is like hot fire out of the earth danger. Like
if they find you, they might find you and the chickens cooked.
True.
You know, there's that.
So I don't understand it. You know, hopefully they can do some more restrictions or just block off the area. Or honestly, they might have to shut the park down to really make a statement. And it's sad because one bad apple ruins the bunch, but
safety first.
We gotta be safe out here.
Introducing our bonus segment, Because I'm Not Understanding, where we go over a certain topic looking for clarity. And today's topic is about Black Friday. What do you think, Chris?
Oh man. Basically all the commercials are showcasing Black Friday deals. Black Friday deals.
Deals are now.
It's happening right now. I have 4 things to say about this. Number 1, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Let me say it again.
You don't need it. You have so many things already in your house.
I'm pretty sure.
You do not need it. So just relax. Number 2, it's just stuff. It's literally just stuff. Think about it deeply. Third thing is,
what's wrong with y'all?
That's what I want to know. And I mean that in the most polite way, because I'm not understanding why you guys want to line up. First of all, lining up is different this year because you got to be 6 feet apart.
And I know
They're not going to follow this, which means that the cases are just going to keep going up and up and up, all because you had to get that $5 sweater. So I hope it's worth it. My last point, which is more serious, we really need to care about people. First of all, you need to care about yourself and also care about other people. I think that we think like the government cares, but in reality, you guys can do research on your own. When you look up, the cases are just climbing every single day. Not every other day or every other week, it's literally every day. And now you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna have more people earlier in the day, bigger crowd, bigger lines, same size store, just rush in there grab what they want, they're gonna touch someone, they're gonna fight over something, which is not social distancing at all. You need to care more about yourself, your families, and also everyone else. Because if you guys do this and the numbers just go up even more, we're gonna be in for a lockdown. And that lockdown is gonna hurt even more because the restrictions are gonna be 10 times harder than they were before. A lot of places are already going through it, so you really gotta make sure you don't do this Black Friday or Black Friday going forward. That's all I'm gonna say, because at the end of the day, I'm not understanding why you need Black Friday.
Okay, so let me explain you something, because I'm not understanding. I just want to mention the fact that I understand that people are excited, and it's okay to be excited about Black Friday and different things like that.
However,
We do forget that we are in the pandemic, and also think about last Black Friday. What are you gonna get this Black Friday that you didn't get last Black Friday? They advertise the same stuff. They pretty much put these fake discounted prices on things that you already know you're not really getting a deal, but I guess the excitement brings people to line up outside. Me personally, I'm not getting on anybody's line for anything. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't have the patience for that. You know, you get on these lines and then you guys may start off nice and distant, and then next thing you know, people are kind of like being too close to your area, and a lot of controversy that can happen there. We already have too many things going on. Although it's okay to be very excited about certain things, and I know that it's a tradition for a lot of people, because you know, people, they go out there with their blankets and with their lawn chairs and whatever else that they bring out there, that there's something to use the bathroom in, you know, because they know there's going to be hours and hours upon hours. We have to keep in mind of the actual reality, because reality is always reality, regardless on if you're losing sight of it or not. For this Black Friday, I do advise for a lot of people, pretty much everyone, to not go into these stores and try to participate in a Black Friday thing, because we want these cases to be lower than they've ever been before, so that the potential of us opening back up and being on more of a normal living situation is more plausible and more reachable.
I still don't understand why people are excited about it. Retail, they're the foundation of capitalism. That's what America is built on. It's buying stuff, and buying more stuff. That's literally it. And now you're gonna tell people, oh, it's gonna be even cheaper on one day? Okay, well, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have crowds, you're gonna have mayhem, you're gonna have chaos, you're gonna have fighting. People are literally out of their minds that day.
yeah. What do you mean you don't have any more?
Right, and ain't what I mean. It's what the store don't have no more.
I think people just become paranoid, and they want it to be a regular day, but it's not a regular day. And honestly, it's gonna have long-term effects if we go out and rush and just pretend like everything is okay just for that one day. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, everybody, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But I'm just not understanding why we need to do it. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of the T-Team.